Uh,
There we go.
yeah, no, but I don't know if your face comes up at the same time.
It does, because you have me on screen now.
Okay, so it's live. Let's let it. Hi, for those who.
It does. All right, I'm turning my phone down.
Turn it down every now and then. You need to turn your volume down. Turn around.
Looks like the chat's a little slow on StreamYard, though. There it goes.
Well, it's a different speed for everybody.
Yeah.
It's funny when people say, I hear people say, "Oh, the lag is bad tonight," but it's different for everybody.
Yeah.
So, like, anyway, we're not here to talk about lag.
We already had it on, though.
Yeah, but it always comes up. I have to hit my thing. There it is. Okay, let me pull myself up. Give me just a second.
Oh, Google Chrome just let me know you were live.
I might go and get. I might have to go and get my other. Now, how come our squares? How do I make our squares bigger?
There's a little icon. It should be two people in portrait mode on the bottom.
All right, let me try it.
Okay.
Everybody, go get some refreshments and so layout. Oh, I see it.
There we go.
Okay, there it is.
Perfect.
Did it just make us a different size?
Made us closer to the screen, which is good.
Okay. Gee, it hasn't happened on my computer yet, but hi everybody.
Hey yo.
There it goes. There it am. Now I can see Vinny. Much better. Hey, Timeless Tommy.
Tommy.
Oh, Timeless Tommy, you better hang out here for a while because I'm going to show everybody something that you gave me. You hear me? I just happened to see him. Hi, Jeffrey. Let's say hi to everybody. Vinny, anybody that you see, that you know. So
Too many
there's
familiar
Heidi.
faces.
I see some as well. Judy.
I see Dave is here.
D, I invited you to come be a part of it. I sent you the link is in the chat. Do you want to come on? Hi, Lisa.
Amy's here. I see Clove 007, Little Bitty Vintage Lane, Donna, Uncle Bobby's Attic.
Rodriguez, I am so glad that you like the things. I really am. So thank you for letting me know. Thank you for letting me know. Dee, that's okay, but you can hang out in the chat because one of the things I'm going to talk about, well, is something that would be specific to people who are in this business. And so it'd be great if you're here. Let me turn up. Ooh, I didn't want to do that.
Okay, another mod just handled that. Why does YouTube do that? That's so weird.
Am I too bright now? Ooh.
May have to turn that down a tad. I don't know why YouTube that is the strangest thing that YouTube does.
What are you talking about?
Like Carolina Jeans put in the pretzel emoji. She put 4 of them, and YouTube had somebody review it. Have a moderator review it. That's really weird. I don't know why. Hey, Karen Gillette.
But D, if you decide to jump in, I can. I'll look and see if you come in as a guest.
Hi, Sandra.
I'm still fiddling with the lighting. Happy Friday night, everyone.
It's Friday.
It is Friday.
And it starts spring break for kids here and down where my dad works. So he's off for 12 days, and I bet he is tickled pink that he doesn't have to go in.
Are you ready for your sale tomorrow, Vinny, at 6 o'clock? D, are you ready for your sale at 3?
I think I'm ready. I pulled some stuff.
You pulled what, a muscle?
Well, I probably did that too. I had rummaged through some stuff that I had in the guest room so that I could sell it.
I'm going to introduce a topic since we're all here. Now, this topic, Vinny doesn't know what it is. I didn't tell him in advance. And I have been wanting to talk about this for so long. Very long time. What? Years.
I'm sorry. I'm just making sure that I'm reading the chat on my phone.
Okay.
Oh, that's right. They're at Grandma's right now.
Huh?
Tamda is at Grandma's right now, getting ready for her birthday.
Right, for the birthday. Well, okay. So we're going to do some things. I've got some show and tell. Should we do the show and tell and then get into the conversation? How much time do you have?
I have all the time in the world. I have nothing to do tomorrow.
All right. Well, I had plans for tonight, but they went down the toilet, so here I am.
Aw. Well, do you want to do maybe one topic and then show and tell, another topic, then show and tell again?
Well, the one topic, like the original topic, is going to be a good 15-minute discussion, I think. Because I want the people's opinion. I want everybody to join in, but I need the perspective of people who do what we do. So I need anyone out there in the chat. I'm not really big on the term reseller, but I know that a lot of people just say that we are resellers. So for the sake of argument, let's just say resellers, although I think that sort of cheapens what we do. I'm being picky about it, but let's just say resellers. If you guys are out there, I really want to hear your opinions on this, but I want the buying public to tell me about this as well, because it's a perspective that I want to talk about and get people's opinions. So now I guess since I've built it up, I might as well go ahead and get into it. Right?
Sure, why not?
All right. You ready?
Yeah, when you are.
Okay, I'm ready. First of all, caveat, I'm not picking on anybody. I'm not complaining. I don't want any specific person to feel like I'm calling you out. I'm not calling anybody out, but I want to talk about a specific type of a comment that I get when I do shop-alongs. And I think a lot of us who do shop-alongs receive this type of a comment, and it's a perfectly fine comment. The comment doesn't bother me. I'm not upset by it, but it's a comment that I want to talk about. So if you've ever made this comment, please don't feel like I'm annoyed or that I'm picking on anybody. All right, we have that out of the way. So here's the comment. You're doing a shop along in a wherever, Goodwill or an antique mall or something, and you're going down the line looking at things, and here's a scenario. All right, pretend this is a shop along. And I go, oh, wow, here is an Anchor Hocking sapphire blue cream and sugar bowl. Yeah, made in, late 40s into the 50s. It's popular. There's a lot of it out there. Very nice. Oh, I see the pair is priced at $8. I think I'll just leave it there and keep shopping. You with me, Vinny?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you leave it on the shelf and you keep shopping. And then the comment that you get is, oh, I wish you would have bought that cream and sugar. I would have bought it from you. Hello?
So what is the...
But, all right. So, Vinny, don't you get, well, you don't really do a lot of shop-alongs.
I'm getting there. I'm trying.
All right. So I see David in there. I would have bought it from you. Yeah. So I see and I'm trying to see. And now
Tommy's right.
Karen says, I know where you are going. Oh, you do? Well, you probably do. All right. So I see these on the shelf for $8. And I always, and it doesn't have to be this. It could just be anything. And then the comment is, oh, I would have bought that from you. However, nobody ever tells me what they would be willing to pay. Now, I'm not expecting people to say that, but here's a perspective that I think when people say, oh, I would have bought that from you, my response is, well, I don't know if you would have been willing to pay as much as I would need to charge in order to make it profitable in my business model.
Right.
Now, do you get that, Vinny?
So, I mean, everyone does who does the shop with me's. I think will get that response. Like, you show I don't know, like the creamer and sugar, it could be that, or it could be, I don't know, anything that, a lot of us may see out there. And it's like, oh, I would have bought that from you. But it's like, you got to factor in what I have to pay for it. Is it really worth my time to buy it? And can I make a decent amount from it based on whatever it is that you feel you need to get out of it in order it to be worth it?
And that's the very reason why we often leave things on the shelf. And I want to look at the comments. They go by so fast. So let me hold on for a second and let me just see what a couple of people are saying. Not everyone knows how to run a business. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
You buy things that are not usual, and you know how much. Oh, the chat goes so fast. Slow down. I can't see it. Well, I guess you could have them prepay. You can't have them prepay because you're in the shop right at that moment, and you can't. So I get it. I have an antique booth. You can't pay what other people would pay. Okay, who just said that? Camelia?
Yeah, it's exactly right, Camille.
Yeah. Okay. So now let me take this farther. Okay. So this is lovely, and it's $8.
Mm-hmm.
I think when a lot of people say, "Oh, I would have bought that from you," I think many of them in their minds are thinking, "Gee, $8 was a great price."
Mm-hmm.
Now I know they don't think they would have bought it from me for $8 because now I'm not making any money, and I have to be honest about this. I'm running a business. So there's an old expression on the farm: if the crop doesn't pay, it doesn't stay. So time is money in business. And I guess the point I'm making is, if I bought these for $8, I personally try to buy items where I know that, and I know people are commenting, and I just can't.
You can click on comments and highlight them, right? If you see something you want to leave on the screen.
Is that I know, but like I'm talking and I just can't. The comments are there's so many comments.
Oh, what's this notification?
It's hard.
Oh.
It's hard to see. So let me just I'll go back and read them. But I want to finish kind of the point that I'm making is that if I buy these for $8 and I sell them to you for $12, I can't survive.
No.
It's different if it's a hobby. Yeah. Or if you're just trying to make some pocket change. But if you're trying to pay a mortgage or put 3 meals a day on the dinner table, if you're trying to pay your health insurance, if you do this as a profitable business, you're always thinking in your mind, how much meat is on the bone, right?
Yeah.
And that's different for everybody. Like everybody has a different business model. For instance, I know how much I need to make per month. And I know how much time it takes to process items. So if you're selling something on eBay, or even if you're selling it in a live sale, you have to factor in the packing, the shipping. And I think a lot of people forget we pay income. First of all, we pay sales tax on it.
Mm-hmm.
Then we pay income tax. Like even if somebody buys this in a live sale, I don't know if people realize that I pay income tax on the money that I make on live sales.
Mm-hmm.
We all do. We all do because we get statements through PayPal.
Yep.
So, it's not just the $8 that I paid. Once you add on the sales tax, the income tax, now the price is going up on it. And then, of course, the buyer pays the shipping, but I pay for my own packing materials. And then there's the time involved. Like, I am an employee of my own business and I pay myself. So
right.
In order to make a living wage, I have to make a certain amount of money on an item for it to be sort of profitable enough to sell it. And I guess that I've actually had folks get mad at me. I've gotten told off a couple of times. Let's say I bought these for $8 and a person said, well, I'll buy them from you. And I say, okay, but I've got to charge you
$25.
$25. And oh my gosh, they go nuts. Like, what is this? Is highway robbery. I mean, doubling your money is 16 and that's not doubling your money. And like, it's not that you're trying to mark it up so you can just like make a ton of money on it, but it's almost like a service you're providing. Because you've got to factor in, if you do this for a living, the time, the travel, the expense, there's so much involved with it. And I think sometimes maybe someone at home who's just sort of clicking and buying, and I'm guilty of this too. We're so spoiled by Amazon. You just click and 2 days later it's on your doorstep.
Yeah.
So I'd really like if there are there's another guest. Is that there's old D. Let's bring the girl in. You ready, D? I'm gonna bring you in.
Deidre, hello.
Hello.
So because I've been running my mouth, and I want to stop and see what everybody has to say about it. Honestly, people really don't understand how much KP. Yeah, KP, you're right. Hey, D, welcome. Listen, I'm not complaining. This is not wah, 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 poor me. I love what I do. I love going out and finding the things. I just want to have a conversation about, when people say, I would have bought that from you, do they really understand that maybe you don't want to buy it from me based upon even the minimum markup that I have to do to make it profitable for my business? Now you guys talk, because I've been like blah, 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 blah. Well,
I didn't want to. Go ahead, Vinny. You go and I'll go.
You guys, ladies first. Go ahead.
Oh, no. I mean, when you go into a thrift store and you buy something for, like you said, $8, you have to sell it for at least 18 to make anything on it, because you have to filter in, like you said, the tax, your gas, your shipping materials. So a lot of times people will tell me, if you find this, let me know. Well, you may find it and let them know, but who knows if they're going to be at your sale.
Right.
And then you're stuck with it for like months. So, you know what I'm saying? So basically I don't even, that's why I don't do very many shop logs. For one thing, the prices at my Goodwill, everybody's like, wow, that's like a $3.49 Goodwill or a $5.49 Goodwill. I'm like, I know, because everything is priced from $3.49 and up. And and then the music's blasting. So I hate really doing voiceovers. I like to play music then in that case. And
Me
then
too.
people are saying, oh, the music's annoying and whatever. So, you can't please everybody, but people have to understand that when you go into a store, if you can get a creamer and sugar for, $3 or something, that's a little bit different. But the prices in the thrift stores have gone up dramatically, especially where I am. Like ridiculous. So it's very hard unless you can find an item that's that sale ticket of the week. Where it's 50% off. Then you might have a chance of making a little bit extra on that item. It's very hard really anymore because of the way the prices are going up.
Here's a comment. I appreciate you joining us, Vinny and Dee. And Vinny, I want to hear from you as well. So, but Dee, thank you for your input. Angry Otter Comics, who I don't think I know, says every resale channel has the same issue. Just because I find something doesn't mean you're getting it at my source cost.
Right.
You'll get a fair deal, but I'm not a neighborhood garage sale. I understand that so much. And I've actually had like, $8. And someone will say, well, I'll give you 16. I just doubled your money. Well, you didn't double my money. That's because they're not taking into the cost of business, the cost of income tax, they're not taking all that. Right. And then the whole thing about double your money, that's a funny concept because I've never really, you hear double your money. Well, if I buy something for $1 and I sell it for $2, I'm not making any money. I mean, I've doubled my money, but it's. I don't think the double your money thing is a good sort of. It's just very random, and I think. When I'm looking for things, I try to find things that are unique, but there's got to be enough meat on the bone. I don't have anything against minimum wage, but I need to make a little bit more than minimum wage, and buy it for $8, sell it for 16. By the time you factor in everything, if you pay yourself, and I pay myself through my business, there's a certain amount that has to be made each month to be at a certain income level. And that's all part of the business model. I don't want anybody to misunderstand me. I love all of my customers. I love shopping for you. I couldn't do this without you. And I love it when you find things that you want to use in your homes. And I would love to buy every single thing that you want that I have to pass by on the shelves. But
Scott,
I just
highlight Justine Janzuski's comment.
It's very true, Justine. You're absolutely right.
Wait a minute. Let me go get her. Justine. Wait, where is she?
It jumped probably. There it is.
I think I might have just done it.
We absolutely do.
I have to wait for it to come up. I don't know what it says.
We were just talking about this the other night.
We were, I remember.
Yeah.
We're also extremely highly taxed. I don't know if people know that.
Ridiculous.
I got slammed with taxes this year. I mean, I got to pay a lot in taxes.
I don't even know
I
where
am.
I go yet.
I am not a happy camper. I'm like flipping out right now. So, yeah, there, you see, and I never realized this until like last year or the year before, that when you're self-employed, you're not getting a weekly paycheck, which
Yeah.
means that there is no money coming out towards your Social Security. So when you are self-employed, a certain percentage of your yearly income goes towards your Social Security. And like I said, it depends on how much you made for that year, how much you're going to pay. So the more you make, of course, the more you're going to pay into your Social Security. Now, it is going back to you. However, that's a big lump sum unless you save for it throughout the year. And then, of course, you're getting taxed again for all kinds of other things. So, I mean, it's a what's the saying I'm looking for? A double-edged sword, I guess.
Yeah, it's a double-edged sword for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
I hear that, and I think it's, well, I don't want this to seem like a pity party, because it's not. I'm being so cautious about this because I don't want to offend anybody. I don't want anybody to feel a certain kind of way.
No, we're just trying to make them understand.
Yeah, I just want to present, the whole thing about, it's if I see something, and I'm buying it from my mother or my aunt or my neighbor or something, that's different than, you've got to be able to make the business work and make it run, or you just can't survive doing it. And so I also think that one of the things that's often forgotten is that this is also sort of a service. So for instance, if I'm going to buy something from an online auction, or if I'm going to buy something from a fellow reseller, I have the understanding that this is not the same thing as clicking on Amazon and some, blah, blah, blah. I in my mind, I know that, Dee got up at 4:00 in the morning and she drove an hour to get to a flea market, and she paid $5 toll across a bridge, and she found the item and she brought it home and she washed it and she cleaned it and she priced it and she photographed it and described it. That's a service you're providing.
Mm-hmm.
And you might have paid $2 for it, but that thing might be worth $200, and maybe I pay $200 for it. There's a service involved in it, and so there's a cost to that, and sometimes it's overlooked, and it can be difficult when that might not be something that everybody understands. When they say, gee, you should have bought that. I would have bought that from you. Okay. And you like right in the store, you don't know. You can't buy it on the spot and hope that somebody will buy it. And it's never there when you go back.
No, somebody else has bought it.
And I have people that will contact me and say, can you keep your eye out for such and such? I'm like, well, I can't promise anything. If I should be out and I know somebody's looking for something, I don't mind grabbing it, but I don't want to become like somebody's personal shopper.
No, absolutely not.
Do you know what I mean?
Well,
and I don't mean that to sound disrespectful or unappreciative, but I don't know how to like word it so it doesn't
I
sound
do. No,
rude.
I understand because I've had that bite me. And I don't do that either because I had someone a year ago or a year and a half. This is what I'm looking for. This is what I'm looking for. And I found those items and I bought it. And then I sent everything. Oh, well, that's not really what I wanted. Well, it's not tall enough. Or, well, I don't want to pay that. And I'm like, oh, great. Now I'm stuck with this dumb thing with a broken.
Right.
And so
Right.
I learned. So the only way I would do it, I promise you, the only way I would do it is you need to retain me. Like you retain a interior designer or something. Like, okay, I know what you do. I trust your judgment. Here's $500. No, I'm not going to steal it. But, you know, like I've got $500 to spend and I'm going to buy these items. Otherwise, you really, what's so funny? I don't think you can do it any other way.
No, I'm not laughing at you,
Dana.
Scott. I'm laughing at Dana Grace.
You find some shiznit for me, I'll buy it if you found it.
Dana Gray, should I go highlight that?
It's funny.
I can't find it.
That's all right. You don't have to highlight it.
Who is it? No, if
Dana
it's funny,
Gray.
I can't.
Dana, you're a trip.
I don't see any Dana Gray.
Grace.
Not Grace. Dana Grace.
Well, I can't hear and I can't see either.
He is getting old.
Be quiet, Vinny.
Oh, trust me. I worked for the public like all my life. All my life in one way or another. And I have bitten my tongue so many years that it has bled and bled.
I'll be in retail 10 years next year.
Wait, Scott is
that's an awesome occupation, Bonnie. You know what? I worked in hospitals, not in what you're doing, but I worked in laundry, I worked in housekeeping. I loved working in the medical arena, so to speak. I worked in nursing homes for years.
Did she say she worked it? Did she say she worked in lingerie? You worked in lingerie?
No. Laundry. But I thoroughly always enjoyed working in the medical aspect of things, so to speak.
But I'm happier with doing the 3 days.
Oh, me too.
With my retail job.
Listen, let me just tell you all that I would never in a million years be able to show my gratitude for YouTube and for all of my subscriber friends.
I'm with you.
Because I'm going to be quite blunt. I worked my ass off from the age of 15 until I caught COVID in 2020 and was hospitalized. That is when I quit my hourly job because I was selling on YouTube at the time. We had all just started doing the live sales on YouTube. I think it was the year before. So I said, I'll collect my unemployment and keep doing my sales on YouTube and see how things go. And thank God, I mean, it was a kind of a bittersweet blessing in disguise that I caught COVID, because I was able to leave my job and do this full time and make a better living for myself doing this than I did working a full-time job 5 days a week. and being treated like a piece of crap by the people that I worked for. So, as I said, I would never be able to show my appreciation and gratitude to all of you, because if it wasn't for all of you, I would be stuck back at that same place, and who knows
In
what would
lingerie.
happen. What's that? What did you say, Scott?
Ignore him. Just continue talking. He's being
No, I
he's being
just,
smarty.
I mean, like, really, I mean, am I glad I caught COVID? Oh, heck no. That was like the scariest time of my life. I felt like I was going to die. But it also had a good side, which was what I just mentioned. So I am very happy where I am now, so to speak, because of all of you. That's all I was trying to say.
Well, I feel
Yeah.
the same way when it came to
Absolutely.
COVID. It,
Yeah.
the pandemic hit, everyone was getting all this money, the store, Marshalls, we were busy from 2020 up through holiday season 2021. After
Mhm.
2021, it cooled down dramatically, and I said, I can't do what I was doing. And
Right.
then that's why I wasn't doing sales because I was so freaking stressed and exhausted.
Yeah.
And then I said, look, I want 3 days a week here. Work me the 3 days. I don't care. I want Thursday through Sunday to be able to do this because I enjoy it more.
Mhm.
And it's like you said, I wouldn't have been able to do that without everyone here.
Right.
And after 2022 is when I started doing this more. But after 2021, and then maybe a month or two after I started doing the sales every week, it was like, how did I do this and work almost 40 hours every week? I was like, there's
Mhm.
no way I would have. I was, and then on top of that, I was doing way more shopping than I should have been. So now I'm being a lot more limited to that. And, I'm not burning gas every week. I'm not draining my accounts every week. It's more managed. Last year was like, ooh, first year doing this more. Now it's like, okay, learn from your mistakes from your first year.
Right.
So that's what I'm doing. But it's a fun job. I've been doing flea marketing and thrifting and antiquing since I was in diapers. So this is like embedded in my being.
For the comment on the screen, I really don't expect compensation for my videos.
I don't
I
either.
mean, I don't give a whole lot of information. Like I like Scott, he is a plethora of information. I am not.
Me neither.
I just do what I do. And the only thing I ever ask of everyone that watches my videos is to hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you're not,
Yep.
comment, share my videos. And I ask that people watch at least 30 seconds of the commercials so that we get paid, because that's how we
Right.
get paid, is through the commercials. If you watch 30 seconds of the commercials, we get paid. And that's all I ask.
Well, Margaret, we love you too. It'll pop up here in a second. Thank you for sharing that.
Thank you, Margaret.
Thank you.
Dee. I'm not sure where my mind was going just now, but
In a
I
turkey
think
turtle?
for me, sometimes, I'll get comments from people,
Oh, I need to lay down.
and they'll just say, "Well, it was a bad day," but I don't know, when you got that cart with the bad wheel and you made a face, that made your day. I don't think the people who watch us realize that it makes our day.
Right.
Because when I you know, just like with anything that you do, sometimes you go, oh, I don't know if I want to do this or that. But you get up and you do it. And I guess it's just little things that you do. I mean, I had like, it's funny. I have to tell you, the audience is funny. You people are funny.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
People are funny. I have had more people jump on me because I have not ironed the runner on my dining room table. They are having a fit over that. And I think it is hilarious. I think it's funny. And I don't take offense. I really, it's like, we all know if somebody's being nasty. If somebody is being nasty, we know what that is. And what do? We just delete, block, go away. But when somebody is sort of being like motherly or fatherly, or maybe a little nitpicky, that doesn't bother me. That does not bother me. I don't get offended by that. But it is funny what people will pick up on. And sometimes I'll be a little ornery and I'll give everybody a little something because I know it'll stir them up a little bit. You know, that's kind of fun to do in a video. Like, I don't know, like holding up my little iris and herringbone, and people do, you know,
or holding a glass basket by the handle.
When we were in Philadelphia,
right.
Scott snuck one of those iris and herringbone bowls
into your cart.
Stuck it in my cart when I wasn't looking or something. I'm like, what the heck? Get that out of my cart.
Right.
Well, you know, sometimes we do little things. Years ago, my father and I used to sell in a lot of people don't know this, but my father and I used to sell together in an antique store. It's funny. I always hear people say antique booth, but we don't say booth here where I am. We had a floor. We rented a certain amount of square footage in an antique store. And it wasn't a booth. It was a big open space on the floor. And we mostly sold furniture because we would do the furniture refinishing and this and that. And there was a lady, this is years ago. There was a lady, I don't know, my age, your age, D. This true story, this lady would go to auctions. All right. And you know, when you get there an hour early for the preview, you can look at the stuff before the auction.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I'm not making this up. She would take one or two clean pairs of her husband's old underwear. Now stick with me. I'm telling you, I'm not making this up. And she would smear a little bit of a Hershey's bar in the underwear. And
what?
she'd put it in a drawer in like an antique dresser or something. And she would sit back in a little folding chair. And she would just roar with the laugh. She would wait. And this is a woman doing, I mean, you know, my father would do something like that.
Yes. That is great.
That's awesome.
She would sit in the little folding chairs, you know, that they have, get a little pack of crackers and a little Coke and wait. And sometimes the auctioneer would have it and they'd open up the drawers and they'd pull out underwear with this.
Oh, that is
I'm
hilarious.
telling you, this woman told me that that's what she would do at auctions.
That's gold.
I know that seems very sophomoric, but
I'm sorry, but that is called fun.
Exactly.
Well, there are enough things in life. There are plenty of things in life you can complain about or get upset about.
You got to be able to have fun sometimes.
This woman had a good time. I wish I had thought of that. I think it's
the reason I'm laughing so hard is because I pulled something like that on Jessica, my daughter.
Oh no! What did you do?
So
you did.
She's not going to be able to tell it because she'll be laughing through the whole thing.
So I go in the bathroom, right? I brought in some like Hershey syrup. and I smeared it on my fingers. And I said,
You didn't.
Jessica, I'm out of toilet paper.
Oh.
Can you grab me a roll out of the cabinet in the hall? So she gets it. And I opened the door like a little bit, and she hands me it. And when I grabbed it out of her hand and smeared
smeared it.
The chocolate
That's
sauce
Oh my
all
God.
over her hand. She's like, oh my God.
Did she have a gag fit? I would have died.
And
I've seen somebody do that.
I was with my boyfriend at the time, and he actually was laughing so hard he fell out of the bed.
See, you just gotta have fun with stuff like that.
She was so mad at me, and I did not care because it was worth it.
Oh
But
my God.
you have to be able to have fun in life.
Life is stressful, so you gotta be
You do.
sophomoric.
Well, and there are things. There are things that you go through that are very serious.
Right.
Mhm.
And when you get on the other side of it, you go, you know
There's
what?
so much negativity in
We
the world
take
right now.
ourselves far too seriously. We take ourselves far too seriously. And most of the stuff that we worry about, that other people think, or what we're presenting, it just doesn't amount to anything. And so I appreciate, and that's the reason why, I guess the whole point I was trying to make is that I'm always amazed when people tell me some of the dumb little things that we do in our videos. It brightens up their entire day.
Yeah.
And it's just a tiny little thing. And it's sort of like when you're in a store or something and you say, you go up to a stranger and you say, I really like your eyeglasses. Or I don't know. Sometimes you're afraid in this day and age, we don't know if we're allowed to talk to people. And if I say that's a nice outfit, is somebody going to get mad? I think we've gotten so overboard with stuff. We're afraid to just, well, I'm going down a whole, I don't mean to start all of that, but
We get what you're saying.
people,
I
we
was
appreciate
on my computer today, and on YouTube, and how the stuff that shows up in your feed.
Yeah.
And I'm reading some of the horrific things that are going on right now in this world. And it just reiterates the fact of why I don't watch the news.
Yeah.
Because
don't watch the
it
news.
is so depressing. And it just turns my stomach. Like people just walking into places and shooting 3 children and 3 adults. Like, what is wrong with the people in the world today? There's so much hate and so much horribleness going on in the world today that any negativity, I don't even want to hear it. I feel like if you're watching my channel and you don't like what you're seeing, move on, move along, go watch somebody else. There's no
I'm looking
need
for
to
my
be
remote
negative
control.
or be nasty or leave nasty remarks, or just move on. There's so much other nasty crap happening that why do people feel the need to spread it like everywhere? I just don't understand it. I don't. It really,
well, sometimes people haven't experienced any kindness, or, well, yeah, you do wonder where it comes from, but I think people sometimes don't experience enough kindness, and so they maybe don't give out kindness because they don't receive it. And it's amazing how you can change a situation with humor when you're in a tense situation and it's not going well, and it can turn bad in a second.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's a lot of things we can do.
Customer service right
Well,
then and there.
you know,
I mean,
you know what I've started when I'm in a situation and something isn't going right. I don't know, and and somebody blows off at me or something. I just look at them and I say, and I pretend I have an imaginary magic wand, and I say, "Try that with your pantyhose," and I walk away. They end up thinking I'm crazy.
Well, you are, but that's besides the point.
Well, they leave you alone. I mean, they don't bother you after that.
But see, like Scott, in your videos, I mean, you have such a funny sense of humor, and I mean, I love when you put in the laughing grandpa, or the woman, the African American woman that says, "Oh no," or so.
That's the divine Nina Simone. Don't you love Nina Simone?
She's hilarious. I mean, when you need that little moment, that little chuckle to just make your day. And I would love I have some of those videos, Scott, but I don't use them in mine because I don't want to steal from you.
Oh, come on.
The little Butterick lady dancing, the pattern lady.
The coffee man.
Yeah.
By the way, that reminds me. We've got some people out there who should start their own YouTube channels, and they're afraid because they say, "Oh, well, I'm not as funny as you, or I'm not as this, or I'm not as that." Turn that camera on and get out there.
Right.
Be yourself.
Right, exactly.
And do it.
It's not what people want you to be too.
If you've been thinking about it, and there are people out there who have been thinking about it, and I know it, and I've been trying to encourage some people, get yourselves out there. Now, you got to be prepared for it, but go ahead and try it. There's plenty of room for new people to come on board. Don't worry about how many subscribers you have, or he has, or she has, or how many thumbs up, or how many. If you feel like you want to do it, get out there and do it. I would love to see some new people get out there and put out some videos and be a part of this. It's a lot of fun, and I think we need to expand.
Oh, absolutely.
So
absolutely.
I'm waiting.
Well, I actually, speaking of that, this coming Wednesday, April 5th, I'm doing a live sale with a pair of sisters. Their channel name is the Revive It Sisters.
Okay,
and
I don't
let
know
me
them.
tell you, they are hilarious. So I told them I would love to do a live sale with them. So that'll be this coming Wednesday, the 5th at 5 p.m. Eastern. So I hope you all will write that down on your calendar and come and check them out, because they are funny.
This Wednesday.
Yeah. I was just reading Ellen Keene's comment.
Yeah.
The crafting challenge on top. But
well,
you know what, Ellen? Yeah, tell her, Scott.
Okay, Ellen. Here's what you got to do. I learned something from Lawrence Welk. Now, hold on. Lawrence Welk remained popular for so long, and his key was he gave the people what they wanted. When you get out there, I want you to imagine that you're talking to a great aunt or a favorite cousin or your grandma or picture one person. When I do this, I picture one person in the living room, sitting on the couch in their polyester stretch pants or their leisure suit,
knocking over your
Or-
table.
kicking my table over, right? Just picture some person in their living room watching you on TV and just talk to them. So you don't think, oh my gosh, there's 800 people watching, or there's what if my subject verb agreement is wrong? What if my nose hair is showing? No, just I think people like human, right? I haven't
Right.
had a facelift. Not that there's anything wrong with a facelift, but there's and I joke about hair and makeup. We just put lights on and here we are, and you can do it.
Hello. Look at me.
What?
Look at me today. Oh
I
my
can't-
God. I'm still waiting for my hot water tank.
You haven't got that hot water tank yet, girl.
It's still not delivered. It's supposed to be here today. Well, it's 10 o'clock. I don't think it's coming.
You were supposed to have it already.
Oh, then it got delayed and it was going to come this day. Then it was supposed to come today and it's still not here. So my buddy that was going to put it in said he's just going to go to Home Depot and buy one and get my money back for the other one.
D. Somebody said you look very nice.
Oh, Sharon, you are very sweet. Thank you.
Look,
but I tell everybody, when you turn that camera on, I just pretend like I'm at the kitchen table with y'all having coffee. We're having coffee and we're chewing the fat. That's the way I look at things when I turn my camera on. Just like I'm hanging out with everybody, having a cup of coffee and just chilling.
Chatting vintage.
That's it.
Chatting thrift, and that's how I feel. But I think because we've been doing it for so long, it's just natural to us. So of course, to a newcomer, it's gonna be nerve-wracking.
Well, yeah, but once you get the hang of it, it's like nothing. I can't even snap my finger with this thumb. Holy cow, that was not good.
I thought you had surgery and they fixed your thumb.
That was this one. The right one was a trigger thumb. They fixed that. This one is a whole nother story. That's another like a 2-month recovery period for that one.
You better get that done before we all meet up again.
Oh no. No.
Well, it would be no, because you might still be recovering once we go.
Right.
Now look on the screen. I have highlighted a comment. It might take a minute for it to come up.
Just be yourself and your tribe will find you. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but listen here, Addict Fair.
Exactly.
Are you listening to me? I'm going to point at you. Girl, I'm waiting for you to start your channel. What are you waiting on?
Oh, you just put her on the spot.
Did she answer me?
She'll probably respond in a few minutes. She's got to type it out.
I had been writing her and I said, when are you going to start your channel? And she said she was thinking about it. How long you going to think about it? We ain't getting any younger over here. My hair's
Sharon, we are meeting up with each other in Kentucky. I said Louisville, Lexington the other day, but we're actually going to Louisville, not Lexington. And then someone said, it's not pronounced Louisville, it's pronounced Louisville. Okay, so that's
potato, potato, tomato, tomato. It's the same thing.
Right.
Oh. Is Jeffrey Reed in here? Hey, Jeffrey, I think Jeffrey, no, who sent this to me? No, it wasn't Jeffrey. Jeffrey didn't do it. It was Patrick. Patrick, the trusty huckster. He sent me, I loved it. He sent me a video. And it was a guy, it was a YouTuber, and he was filming birds outside of his window. And he said,
Scott, I'm sorry to interrupt you. Can you please highlight what Valerie Jewell just said to me?
Let me go find her. Valerie who?
Jewell.
Let me back up. I did it, but I can't read it until it gets big. Then I'll go back to my story.
So this is the kind of issues I'm speaking about to everyone, that there is so much negativity in the world, and yet we still have people like this that feel the need to be rude and post things like this. That is my point exactly.
Did I put the right thing on there?
Yes.
You did.
Social issues are not wanted. Get over it, D. This is about vintage or antique finds. Call your mother. I'm not understanding. Are you upset with Valerie's comment, or is it a good comment?
Social issues are not wanted. Get over it, D. This is about vintage or antique finds. Call your mother. Please cry to her.
Oh, let's take that off.
Should I delete it or block her?
Well, no, I'm not sure. I don't know
Or
what.
just remove the comment?
All right, I'm not sure what it means. I guess we're not complaining. Well,
She's just rude.
here's the thing. Patrick, the trusty huckster, sent me a video. This was hilarious. And it was a YouTuber filming birds outside of his window. And in his video, he said, "Wow, look at those ravens. Aren't they cute?" The next day, everybody jumped on him. "They're not ravens, they're blackbirds," or whatever. So the next day he did a retraction, or whatever it is, redacted, retraction, whatever it is. He came back and he said, "I'm sorry, I said ravens, but everybody corrected me. They're blackbirds. Weren't those blackbirds cute?" Then the next day, 50% of the people said, "You idiot. Why did you call them blackbirds? They are ravens." And the funny thing is he said that I can't please 100% of the people 100% of the time,
No,
but I
you
can.
can't.
But in every video, I can annoy. I'm messing it up, but 50% will say I'm right. 50% will say I'm wrong. It's like if I hold this up and say it's green and black, half of the people will say, "No, it's not. It's pink and blue." It's funny. And now I don't know why I was saying that, but I think it all
Well,
goes
because you
to,
can't please everybody all of the time, basically. But as I said, there is no need for that kind of meanness, is my point. Like, what possibly could she have gained from saying that?
She
Did
wanted
it
a
make her
reaction.
feel better? It made her feel better, I guess. I don't know. But it's a shame that people have to be that way.
well, I want to show you something. I know everybody gets tired of me. My books. You know I love my books. I want to highlight one book, and I want to tell you something that's really exciting. I think one of the things that I love about books is it's in your hands, and you can kind of be watching TV and on the couch, or you can be like half asleep in bed and you just have a book. I was looking through this the other day, and I'm going to hold it still, and I'm going to tell you which book it is. I was able to identify 3 pieces of glass. I'm going to show you all 3 right now, and I'm going to show you I found them in this book.
Exactly right,
Now,
Cheryl.
I love my Gene and Kathy Florence. I know Gene has passed. Gene Florence, he was all right. So I want you to see. Maybe I should can I make myself big for a minute?
Yeah, go ahead. I'll be right back.
On.
I'm going to get some more to drink. My throat's dry.
Go for it, girl. Okay. I want to tell you about a book. Now, this is called Florence's Glassware Pattern Identification Guide. This is not the Depression glass book. I don't know how many volumes they did, but this is volume 4, and there are several volumes get all of them. Let me hold it up for you. Let you see the, I'll hold it still. Can you see this? I love, and there's a whole set of these.
Florence's Glassware Pattern Identification Guide.
All right, now, you'll see here it says easy identification 1900 to the 60s. You see that? You see that? All right, you can find it. Now, what I love about
Angry Otter.
what I love about this book is it is so random. It goes from page to page to page. You get one picture of just all kinds of random glass, everything. Oh, why did I turn to that? 1970s Colony. Ugh. Iridescent Gold Carnival. No, don't get mad at me. But that's that 70s Carnival. Anyway, it goes through all this glass. I want to show you. I was able to identify this. Timeless Tommy gave me this. I don't know if he's still there or not.
I love that black and green.
I'm going to show it to you in this book. I was able to identify this, and this. All in this one book, because I'm, you know how you're in bed and you're kind of looking at a book and you're half asleep, but you're not asleep yet. So I'm going through and I'm going, oh my gosh, that's that. Let me show you. So here is, all right, see that? See that? That's it right there.
Clico?
Now, let me read it. It says that this is called Clico. That's the pattern. CLICO, made by McKee, circa 1930.
I knew it. I was going to say McKee. I was.
Good girl. Circa 1930. And this tells you all the colors that it came in. It came in crystal and rose with green feet, jade, rose, and green and black. There's the green and black. And there it is right there. And I found it right here in my book as I was lying in bed.
That green glows, doesn't it?
If it's McKee, it probably would.
Yeah, probably so. But Timeless Tommy gave me this. I don't know if he's still here. I bet he's not. I wish that he was. So I found that in my book.
Hi, Nick Twin.
And then here's another thing I found, but I can't show it to you because it's packed up downstairs. But I've got that, so big deal. It's not. I don't have it. I don't have it right here to show you.
I've got that, so big deal.
Yeah. Here's the other thing I found. Look at this. You see this square basket?
Uh-huh.
Now this one's got etching on it, but sometimes jewelry stores would do the etching themselves. So look at that square basket, and here it is. Now mine doesn't have the etching, but that doesn't matter because sometimes it was etched and sometimes it wasn't.
I like it better without the etching, personally.
I like it without the etching too. There's the square basket.
So who makes the basket? Cambridge?
Well, no, it's Heisey.
Oh, okay, Heisey.
Now, not all Heisey is marked. Sometimes you get the H and the diamond, but not all of it. This says plain hexagon number 462, A.H. Heisey Glass Company, and it was made from 1915 to 1933. And it only came in crystal. And there it is. And it's the same basket. Now, you say, yeah, but that's got etching and yours doesn't. Remember, they would etch some pieces Jewelry stores would etch it. Department stores would etch it. So, don't worry that it doesn't have the etching on it. So I found that in my book. Isn't this exciting? I dare you to try that with your pantyhose.
Well, I could tell that was very, very good glass because of the clarity of it.
That's it, Dee. And Heisey made great glass. Now, this was
That
pressed.
is gorgeous.
It's a beautiful, and I love how square. I love the square. By the way, I'm selling this. This will be, well, I'm plugging my own sale. Don't forget to come see me Monday night. This Monday night, my live sale at 8 o'clock. I'm going to try to do the video preview tomorrow if I can. But I'm going to sell that basket. The last item I want to show you that I found is right here. It's this pink. This is pink.
Oh, I remember that. I loved that because the flower in the middle.
Okay, here it
Shaggy
is.
Daisy.
Here it is in green.
Yes.
Now, and I found it in this book, and it is Shaggy Daisy. Huh?
Shaggy Daisy. Didn't you sell that?
I had a smaller one in pink.
Oh, okay.
This is the big, I haven't sold this yet. This is a bigger one in green.
Okay.
And that's
I had
a
a
cake
smaller one.
plate? Is that what that is?
Yeah, and it's called Shaggy Daisy, and it's made by the United States U.S. Glass, circa 1930, and it comes in green and pink. See, and so this is the green one, and it's got the 3 little feet on the bottom, and it will glow. It's got uranium. It'll glow. So this is a big one. That's a big. Oh gosh, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 12 or 13 inches.
Wow.
So I wanted to show you. The internet is wonderful. It's a great place. I don't know. Maybe I'm old. I just can't let go of my books. And you know what? There are so many books. Books are easier to get now than ever. A lot of the old-timey collectors that bought these books and paid a lot for them in the 70s and the 80s and the 90s. There are a lot of books and you can find them. You can start building a book library. But I love this series. It's called Florence's Glassware Pattern. It's not just one book. Don't worry about edition.
I put 4 into the chat.
Yeah,
Someone asked about it.
This is the 4th edition, but I've got,
I got it right.
Back here in my bookcase, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and I might have 5. I don't know how many they did, but I love the format because it's so random. You just flip through it. Look it. And the funny thing is, people say, "Gosh, how do you remember all of these patterns?" Well, you just flip through the books. And then you're in the thrift store and you say, "Oh my gosh, I think I've seen that. I think I've seen that before." And then you find it and I don't know, I think it's fun. Let me make you guys big again. Now you guys say something. I've been talking too much.
I have nothing against reference books or anything like that, but I think maybe because glass is not my specialty.
Me neither.
That it's just, so many companies made this, or, somebody sold the molds or the rights to their glass mold for this.
And then
it's
there's
just so
the
confusing.
repros.
So, books are not my thing. And maybe it's because a lot of the stuff that I have is I think it's more specific, if that makes sense. Like, a fragrance or a toy or something, or a doll, whatever the case may be. Like, you can look up that item rather easily, but with glassware, it's more confusing, or with pottery, or
Mhm.
anything like that. And glass
Where
wasn't
it's
something I grew up with, so
tough.
it was books were kind of. I mean, don't get me wrong; it's cool to look through them, and because I'm a visual person, like I gotta see something to learn about it. I also gotta feel it. I gotta do this and that when it comes to the glassware and everything, because I'm still relatively new to it. But everything else is like it's
I
pretty
don't
basic. And,
retain I don't retain information anymore like I used to. I mean, I'll show something in a haul video and I'll ask if someone knows what the pattern is, and they'll tell me in the comments, and then I forget. It's like, well, they told me, but now I forgot what it is. So why did I bother
Yeah.
asking if I'm not going to retain it?
research is fun. I agree, especially if you found something that's really cool and you're really into it and you want to be like, oh, this is a I don't know, a Denby pottery elephant, which I just found recently, and I didn't know what it was. But the amount of research you do is better because not everybody knows exactly what they have either. And that's kind of the
Well, like
downfall to
you said,
research.
Vinny, like that's Scott's specialty. That's like the glassware from the 20s, 30s, and 40s. That's what he focuses on. And he's been doing that for so long. Where you are more where like the Coca-Cola trays, the kitsch, those
Hmm.
kind of things, the pinups. I do a variety of everything.
I
So
do too.
you know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
and I tend to remember patterns if it's a pattern I really like.
Right.
And that's when I'll remember the pattern, like the cameo pattern with the little lady dancing in the, you
Yep.
know,
That's how I remember that
it's
too.
those type of things that I'll remember. So I guess it's just, I guess it's just like what you're into. I don't know.
Hmm. Like Scott
Well,
loves his
and I
glass.
think
He does.
I'm glad you
Mhm.
said that, Dee, because you said it's what you're into, which is kind of the reason why I'm not a huge fan of the term reseller.
Mhm.
Now, hold on. There's money reselling auto parts. There's money reselling medical supplies. I would be bored tearless if I sat here selling auto parts and medical supplies. So I kind of feel like when you just say, just like reseller, to me sounds like I'm going to sell anything I can to make $1. Maybe I'm wrong and I'm being too picky, or it's just semantics, but there's a lot of knowledge that many of us bring to this. And it's not just, oh, let me find it on Amazon, or let me find it on this, and and that's the reason why, like, there's plenty of room for all of us. And there are a ton of things that I leave on the shelf because I'm not into it.
Mhm.
Yes.
We all do that.
Yeah.
Yes, I could have bought that longer burger basket.
Or that Vera
But
Bradley purse.
I don't like them, and they don't sell for me.
Exactly.
And I'm not making fun of longy burgy baskets, but I'm just
Right.
saying, yes, I walked
Longy
by
burger.
a longy burgy basket. It was 99 cents and it sells for $500. Yay, great. I'm not into that. I want to sell what I have a passion about, what I want to study, what I want to learn. I want to bring it home. I want to bring this home and feel it and wash it and bang on it and study it. And you know what I'm saying? And so when people just say, reseller, I feel like it's just like anything to make a profit. That's why I like the individuality of the different folks in this business, whatever we are, whatever we say that we do, because everyone is unique and you develop your own audience. And I think it's fantastic. I love making fun
what
of
do
the
you
thing.
what do you want to be called?
I don't care. Just don't call me late for dinner.
Well, I mean, you don't like the term reseller. What do you prefer to
It
be
just, I
known
mean,
as?
reseller kind of just sounds like I just go find
It's
anything I
generic.
can. I
It's
don't know.
generic.
But would you classify antique dealer as generic
I
too?
guess.
But I think what I distinguish it as is like when I hear the term antique dealer, I think of somebody who has a booth in a antique mall. That's what I classify an antique dealer as.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
reseller is generic. You could say, you could say, "Oh, I'm a reseller," but it doesn't really specify what you are. Like, I'm an eBay seller, I'm an Amazon seller, I'm a YouTube live sale seller. I'm not an
okay.
antique
So
dealer because I don't have a booth. It's like that. It's not specific enough.
okay, very much like the word.
I'm in
Here I go.
sales.
Like the
Right, we're in the
word
sales
vintage.
business.
Okay, so for instance, the word vintage on its own means very little except used. The word
Mhm.
reseller on its own means very little because if I say I'm a reseller, how do you know I don't resell lawnmowers? Or
Well, I find if I
So-
tell somebody I'm a reseller, they'll say, "Well, what do you sell?"
Right.
And I tell them
yeah,
vintage
right.
items,
I
glassware,
like what Alan
blah,
Williams said.
Mhm.
Highlight Alan Williams' comment.
Well, I didn't see that one, but that's another thing about snake oil. And thank you watching in the United Kingdom. It must be late at night. It's early in the morning in the United Kingdom. What you doing up so early? You can't sleep over there in the UK. I'm glad you're watching us. I really am. I don't know. I am an item curator. I guess I don't know. I'm just going to be
I mean,
quiet.
you could call yourself a jack of all trades, a collector, a seller of many things, like a jack of all trades or a Jackie of all trades for D. Because we like unique different things. We like to learn about them. We like to share them with everyone. So it's almost like curating it a little bit if we're sharing it with everyone, you know. We're so many different things. It's not just one thing.
Let's see. What does Greg say? He says a
That's how I
reseller sounds
feel.
like someone at a flea market. An antique dealer would be in an antique shop. I don't know.
Me
Well,
too, Angry Otter.
I don't know because all of retail has changed. Like you don't there. Listen, let me tell you what. There are plenty of antique dealers, and dealer sounds who have a quote unquote brick and mortar. They don't care if anybody walks through their front door because everything is online. There are lots of people who their antique shop is really sort of a storage unit. And most of their sales come from online. So, especially after 2 years with the pandemic, I know people that never bought a single thing online prior to the pandemic. And now, because of the pandemic, all they do is buy. They've discovered how easy it is to buy online. That includes the antique market. So, thinking that an antique dealer has to be in a brick and mortar, whether we like it or not, things have changed over the last couple of years, and it's much broader. But I hear what you're saying. I like your comment, Greg.
I
What
already got
reseller
rid of
sounds
her,
like.
Vinny.
Is she okay? She's gone. Okay.
Yeah,
Just making sure.
I hit her from the channel.
What did you do? Was somebody being not nice?
That broad again.
I forget what else. I was going to show you guys something else. But
Did we touch base on both of your things you wanted to bring up? Or the 2 topics of the night?
oh, I can introduce another topic if you want, or you guys can. You want to? Are you done? You want us to tune out? Should we shut it down? But if you have another, something else you want to talk about, we can.
Now you're putting me on the spot. Now I can't think of anything.
Y'all are welcome. It was my pleasure.
What happened? I don't know what's going on.
That girl that made that nasty comment came back and was saying some more stuff, so I just hit her from the channel.
Yeah,
All right,
she's not allowed anymore.
Oh, I need help. I need help identifying something.
Oh.
Hello?
What do you need help identifying?
Okay. Now, I'm going to show it to you. It's hot oven. It's made by Harker Pottery. Okay, I've had this kind of stuff before from the 40s.
Someone's asked me a question. We'll get to it after Scott's done.
Well, I can put it up.
Yeah, highlight it, and then we'll answer it once, or I'll answer it once you're.
Well, tell me what you want me to highlight.
It was Attic Fair Vintage.
She wants to know what got Vinny interested in pinups.
Well, you go ahead, Scott, and then I'll answer this once you're done.
Okay. So it's hot oven. It's made by Harker. It's from the 40s. I've had this kind of kitchen stuff before. I've got 6 of these. 6 of these. I'm only going to show you one. I've got 6 of them, and they are going to be for sale. They are tiny. Now let me show you.
Oh, she's been up here a long time. It's sticking to the wall.
Okay, this means that this can be put in an oven. Look at how tiny this little guy is. It's too small for French onion soup. It's almost too small for baked beans.
Is it a ramekin?
Something like that, but look how tiny it is. Now I've got 6 of them. What do you think people did with these in the 1940s? What would you bake in the oven? It's ovenware. You can put this in the oven.
Apple pan dowdy.
Well, that would be a really small apple pan dowdy.
Well, I mean individual ones.
Maybe a muffin. Right. Maybe put some batter in there and then let the muffin. Well, maybe not, because the bread has to kind of like.
Custard pudding, souffle, creme brulee. Well, creme brulee, I was thinking, but they didn't. I don't know if they did creme brulee back then.
Maybe I was thinking like what you said, Dee. Maybe for melting butter or something like that, and maybe dipping bread in it. I don't know.
Yeah, but
maybe I'm thinking of more of a modern day use.
You are, because I've got 6 of these. So they were meant to be put in an oven. So you could bake something in these little tiny things because it's oven proof, and I have 6 of them. What would you do with it?
Tommy says it's too closed mouthed. But too close mouth to be what? Is my question.
Did he say close my mouth? What?
No, he said that the top is too closed mouth. And so I said, well, too closed mouth to be what? Like, I don't understand.
Timeless Tommy is busy doing research for his Flora Gold Jeanette price guide.
Yep. Maybe
he knows. He knows.
Or pudding.
Huh? What would you do with this in your oven? What would you do with it? Does a spoon fit in it?
Oh yeah, a spoon would fit in it.
Yeah.
See, at first I thought it was a sugar bowl without the lid because of the size of it.
No, it's little. It's tiny.
Amy says she thinks it's for pudding.
That's about 2 inches. What kind of pudding? You don't put pudding in an oven. Well, rice pudding, but you don't put rice pudding. You don't bake rice pudding. What kind of pudding would you put in that? Figgy?
Someone did say figgy pudding in the comments.
Individual Yorkshire pudding. That's what Margaret said. Margaret Howell.
Do we make Yorkshire pudding in America?
Someone
I
who has
never had
English
it.
ancestry probably does.
Anyway, I've got 6 of these and I'm going to be selling them.
Bake your false eyelashes in it.
Huh? Hold on. I'm going to show. Wait a minute. I'm coming right back. Talk amongst yourselves.
He said
Enjoy
no,
my
pudding
secret.
hard to get out.
While he's doing that, I guess I can answer Attic Fair Vintage's comment about the pinups. I really don't know where that started. I think it's just the pretty ladies, and well, I have one that was hanging up. This is Jules Urbit. Ooh, that's probably not showing very well.
Oh, that's an awesome picture, Vinny.
I know. And she's on a diving board in a bikini, which was for, I don't know when this was from, like 1940. That was pretty racy for its time.
Right.
Not so much in today's world, but
Oh, is Vinny answering the question? I'll be quiet. if
yeah,
he's
well,
doing
you
it.
were taking a hiatus. But I think it was just pretty girls, and the first person that I ever saw in the pinup world was Betty Grable and Marilyn Monroe. And then I learned about other models, and I just was fascinated by them. And that, teenage boy thing with the girls and everything. But
Yeah, I
But yeah.
know they're Harker. Patty,
they're
they say
they're just
Harker right?
fun. They're fun. It's supposed to be risque, like fun little like sexy, dainty girls dressed in certain clothes, and yeah, it's a boy fantasy thing, I guess.
Yeah, Patty, I know they're Harker. I mean, they're marked Harker on the bottom. Maybe you didn't see that. So I know they're Harker. I just don't know what they were manufactured to do. So here are 3 of them. As I said, I've got 6 of them. And the funny thing is, I have the matching.
It is art.
Huh?
It is. Everyone's saying it is art. Yes.
I have
Pinup
a
is
matching spoon. But here's the funny thing is, the spoon doesn't get in there.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's.
It's got the same decal on it. And it's Harker. Maybe you spoon the baked beans into this to cook.
Oh, maybe it's like serving dishes.
I have no idea.
Let me go grab that other pinup real quick.
Well-
Vinny, somebody had a question for you.
For who?
For you, Wordsmith wanted to know if you have a favorite artist, like
Oh.
Vargas or Olivia.
It's hard to. Well, there are certain artists that I'm like, don't really like too much because they made the girls look too cartoony. I
No,
definitely like Vargas, George
It's not a
Petty,
spoon rest.
Jules Urbit. I definitely like Bill
spoon.
Randall. Let me go get that one girl, and I posted her in the community tab. I want to show her to you all.
I know we're having like more than one conversation. Oh, I know. I want to show you something else I need to identify. But does what glow? Does the pottery glow?
Joan Smith said, you are missing the larger bowl to go with the spoon. The small ones are custard cups. Look them up in a pottery book, Scott.
What kind of custard? Custard that you put in the oven?
Yes,
think
like
I've ever
a
had
creme brulee or something like that.
Yeah, I don't have the big bowl, but this is all going to be for sale Monday night at 8:00. Come back and see me. All six
I
of
got a
these.
couple other pinups if they want to see them. You guys see.
Yeah, they want to see them. I'm going to go show you something else. I'll be right
You guys
back.
have seen this one.
What? I'm coming back.
That's the one that's in your intro.
Exactly. Everyone's seen this one. I absolutely love her. She was originally up here, but then I hung the other Bathing Beauty. So there's
Vinny,
that
I
one.
forgot to give you your Santa Claus. I'm so mad I forgot.
Oh, it's okay. This one I thought was great for wintertime.
I'm coming back. Somebody told me I was.
I'm sorry, guys. There's a glare.
Show that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
She's in front of the fireplace warming up. It's kind of see-through.
Yeah.
I have one that's over there, but she's nude. You just can't see anything. Then I won't share that one.
Jeffrey Reed said even the penguin is shocked.
Well, yeah. He's looking at a beautiful girl.
Oh,
How you
Swing low.
doing, BOC? How you doing?
Well, here's the one that I just shared. This is another Jules Urbit piece.
I
it's
love
called,
that one. That's
it's
beautiful.
called Whirl. Is it Whirl Around? Let me see if I can find it. I posted it on Instagram. It's called something. I just can't think of the right name of it. It's called Whirl of Charm. I'm sorry. And she's in this like exquisite winter outfit with the chartreuse dress.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, that's a killer.
Mm-hmm.
Killer piece. Too bad I bought it right as spring hit, but she'll be good for wintertime.
Who cares? Hang her up anyway.
Oh, yeah. But that's not even... I don't even think that's a fifth of what I have. I have a whole book of arcade cards from the 40s.
Here I come.
There's so many things that are out there.
Poodle said, one time I had a dream and I was her. Gotta love Poodle.
We love Buddha.
Hey, Poodle. Hey, Poodle. Listen to me. Excuse me. I'm sending you that monkey. You hear me? With the banana.
Hey, Poodle.
You said you wanted it.
Somebody else said Sonia Henney too. About
Sonia Heaney.
Heaney, sorry.
No, it's Sonia Henney. I say it wrong.
Oh.
Poodle, I'm sending you
Margaret
that
Howell,
monkey.
you are right. Harker Pottery Hoteven Bean Pots.
I think she meant hot oven bean pots.
Oh.
Beans.
Hoteven, D.
Beans.
Well, that's what it says.
I know.
What?
Hoteven.
Hey, Poodle, I'm going to say it's hot oven. Hey, Poodle, I'm going to send you that monkey. Oh, by the way, I'm going to make myself big. Hey, D.
Huh.
D.
What?
Okay. What is right? Get ready. D. Do you remember my lamp that you made fun of because you said it looked like a toilet plunger?
I didn't say that.
Yes,
I
you
just said it was ugly. Somebody in the chat said it looked like a toilet plunger.
Hold. Wait a minute. Go ahead, Vinny, while I find the right page. Everybody, you need to wait. Don't tune out yet. You need to wait for this, everybody.
Yes, you find the right page.
I'm going to find it.
So here's another Urbit print that I have. Very 40s.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you're right. Here we go. I did say butt ugly.
Yes, she did. And we can go back and hit the replay. See? Don't you try to clean it up, D. I heard your mouth. Wait, Vinny is trying to. Vinny, you have the screen. Let's put Vinny big.
No, it's all right.
No, it's not all right.
Well, you guys are talking, so I'm just sharing pretty ladies.
Oh, wait. I didn't mean for me to be big. Wait a minute. Let's look at Vinny for a minute. There he is. Show your girls.
I have a nude calendar if you want to see it, but she ain't showing nothing.
No. Well, it is Friday night and it's after 10, so.
Yeah, I mean, I can trust. I mean, you can't see her chest. You can't see the lower part. She's posing. I'll grab it in a second. It's nothing. But this is another Urbit, but this one is a smaller print, so it probably went on a calendar. I absolutely love her. Very dainty, pretty lady. And then I'll show the other one again. This one's another Urbit girl. Jules Urbit did a really good job.
Yeah, those are nice, Vinny.
Yeah.
She's beautiful, beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Now this, I don't know if you would classify it as pinup. This is an advertising tray. This is for Orange Julep from about 1920.
Wow.
Oh,
But
yeah, she's wearing that 1920s bathing suit.
So I guess for the time, this was considered risque, but not today.
Right.
Jane Mansfield is hanging above my bed here. Can I get her down? I don't know if I can get her down from here.
Well, you know,
But yeah,
women
that's
used to get arrested in Atlantic City because there were men that would take a ruler and go up and down the beach and measure the length of their bathing suits. And if their bathing suit was too short, they would arrest them.
I would have been like, you know what you could do with that ruler, dude.
But yeah. But they did that well into the 50s when the bikini became a controversy. Police officers were going to the beach and measuring the length of the bikini.
They had nothing else to do, apparently.
Apparently not. Maybe that was just an excuse for them to go see the pretty girls.
Exactly.
Vinny, is that a fireplace behind you?
Fireplace. What?
Is that a fireplace behind you? Mantle?
No.
No, that's his headboard.
That's my headboard.
Oh.
Let me get Jane down and then I'll grab that other calendar.
Hi, Donna.
Oh, don't you do this to me now.
Uh-oh, Vinny, you better not. What is he doing?
Bad Jane.
Trying to get down Marilyn. Who is it?
Jane Mansfield. All right, I gotta step on the bed for a second because she's caught. I have her hanging up on a hook. There we go. Boy, the things we do for our viewers. So it's a Jane Mansfield hot water bottle. It's from 1957. Wow. So you unscrew the lid here and you pour hot water into it.
It's from when? 19 what?
57, at the peak of Jane Mansfield.
Oh my God, that is so cool.
I have one listed for sale in my eBay shop if anybody's interested in one.
That's awesome.
She's marked Pointer Products, Inc., 1957.
Oh, poor thing, her head comes off.
Just the top. Makes it look like she's wearing a hat.
Right.
So, but yeah, you know what? If you wanted to, she would float in water. If you put her in water, I think she would float.
Thank you, Sharon.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it does look like a fireplace, though. It does. So you guys aren't wrong to think that. And she's fun. She hangs literally. Took some baker's twine, and I strung it so that way she could hang freely.
Okay, so it's killing Scott. He's got to show this picture in this book.
Show us this picture.
Oh, go ahead, make yourself big.
Yes, please make yourself big so we can.
Oh, you don't need to tell me to do that. You just hush. Watch me.
What would Vinny say? Make yourself big. What would Vinny say?
Wait a minute. I'm gonna make myself big. Watch me now. Watch me whip. Watch me nay. Okay. Dee was making fun of my lamp. She said it looked like a toilet plunger. Now, in all fairness, I like to make fun of things and I don't get bent out of shape. I'm not bent out of shape. I'm just playing. Anyway, but really my point is when people see torchieres, they say, oh, funeral parlor, funeral parlor. No. Yes, it was typical for torchiere lamps in the 30s to be at either side of a casket, but they were very liturgical looking. You can tell they were funeral parlor. A lot of the torchieres, especially like that one back there, they were for home use. You can't see that one. Can you see it now?
Oh, yes.
Okay. All right. Now this one has a brass column and a beautiful glass shade. The one that I had is different. The one that's down in the basement is chrome and it's deco. But let me show you. Lemmy.
Lemon.
Every time I say Lemmy, my mother says, how do you spell Lemmy?
Lemmy.
All right, look at this. This book is called Home Owners Catalogs, and this is from 1930 something. This is from the mid-30s. I love this. We're going to look at an interior from the 30s, and we're going to look at this one. Let me hold it. Hold on now. Let me get it to wait a minute. StreamYard is backwards. This is so hard to do. Wait a minute. Here it is. Okay. I want you to look at this room. This is an interior from the 1930s.
Yes, and there's the plunger in the corner.
Thank you, girl. We're about to zoom in. And right there is a chrome Art Deco torchiere. I want everybody to see it right in the wonderful corner of that room. Isn't that fantastic? See it? And there's no casket. So a lot of these torchiere lamps with indirect lighting were very popular in the Deco era. You know, the 30s into the 40s. I love this room. See it? Do you guys love it?
I like the look of the room.
Yeah.
There are some parts of that I actually do really like.
It's very late 30s.
I like
Very
the couch
late
or
30s.
that little sofa that's right there. I like the fireplace.
Yeah.
Some of the
The
stuff
club
in that
chair.
era is pretty good. Ouch.
What is Dee laughing at? I can't see the club.
I'm laughing at Mary Beth.
What did she say?
She said, wait, I gotta find it.
Wait, is it that's when they laid out loved ones in the parlor. The lamp was
Yes!
set up and ready.
Do you want to see my dream bathroom?
Is it green?
Huh? What?
Is it green, the bathroom?
Is what?
Is the bathroom green?
Yeah, and I'm not locked in it.
Oh, that was hilarious.
Here's my dream. Hold on. Let me hide this comment so you can get the whole thing. How do I? Oh my gosh, I hate my
Just
eyesight.
click.
I know, but I
There
can't
you
see
go.
it. All right. Look at this bathroom. Look at that.
Ooh, I really like that.
I
Wow.
know.
That is really cool.
Oh, I love black and green together.
Yes.
I love black and green. I love that combination.
I
Look
even like
at
the orange
that.
towels up by the sink. That kind of makes it pop.
Yeah. I hear the kitty.
Yep,
Who's
there it is.
crying?
It's Binksy. Come here, buddy.
Binksy.
Binksy. Come here, baby.
Look at that.
Come here.
Do you love it?
Here. Oh, there he is. There's my boy.
Does everybody want to see the cat or one more bathroom?
Show the bath. What book is that?
Okay, one more bathroom and then the cat. Then we can see the cat. Look at this.
Ooh, I like that.
Vitrolux.
Yeah. Look at that.
See, that I like. I wouldn't mind a bathroom looking like that.
In my first house, which was built in 1910, the bathroom had those plastic pink tiles with the black trim.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it was lovely. Oh, there he
Hi,
is.
Binksy.
There's Kitty.
Hi, Kitty.
There's Kit.
There he is. That's my boy. He
Is
said,
that
okay,
an
Ma, I had
old
enough.
bathroom book, Scott, or is that is that like a catalog kind of a thing?
Yeah, it came out in 1939. It was a builder's catalog.
Oh, wow.
So it was how you would get builder's products.
Very cool. I'll have to keep my eyes
Loved it.
peeled for that.
Did you put Binks down?
No, he's on my lap, sticking his butt in my face.
Binks,
Typical cat.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Binks, do you want to see your cousin? Does Binks want to see his cousin?
You want to see Salem?
Here's your cousin.
Look, Binks, look it.
Look, there's your cousin.
Look, there's Salem.
There's old Salem.
Yes.
How old is Binksy? KP wants to know.
I'm trying to remember what year I got him. I gotta say he's like, I want to say he's 5.
That's about the same age as my cats.
He's got this lump thing in his ear right here.
Oh
But
no.
the vet saw it when he was in, and he said it moves around. It's, he said it's nothing to really be worried about. So,
Well, Vinny, this is for you. Now I have to tell you. I forgot to give it to you. I'm gonna show it in a minute. I put this on my community page, and somebody made a comment, and they said how terrible you are, me, and how inappropriate I am, and how slanderous or something it was for me to be so inappropriate about women. Because I put this on my community page.
yeah, saying that you got it for Vinny.
Yeah,
Right.
I got this, and I'm going to give it to Vinny. But a person told me off and said
Right.
that I was inappropriate, sexist. It was terrible.
Didn't they
Because
call you a misogynist?
Yeah, they called me all kinds of things.
I swear. Get a life, people.
I know,
This
right?
is but I bought this for you, Vinny. It's old. Look at it. I mean, I know. First of all, listen. I understand that there are depictions in eras that are not. Let me just. Anyway, Vinny, this is for you. So I don't want anyone to be offended. I don't do anything on purpose to offend anyone. I really don't.
I mean, people need to. Why do everybody has to be so serious? Like, I mean,
Vinny, do you like it?
I do. I love it.
I don't know. They read stuff where there's nothing
think-
there.
To a degree, I can somewhat understand, like, the times were different, and we don't want to be misogynistic or anything like that, but at the same time, it's like, can you just appreciate what it is? I mean, I get it. Times were different.
Vinny,
Women were not treated nearly as well, and were not as respected as much as men back in the day, but that's funny.
I don't think it's inappropriate that you collect
I don't think
pinup.
it is either. No, Willow Breeze, you're right. You're absolutely right.
What?
Read highlight Poodle's comment.
What does it say?
Just read.
What? I can't see it yet.
It says,
Scott,
Scott,
you are loved by women. I have had my legs in the air. We all have. Yeah, if you're able to get them up like that.
I mean,
Poodle.
We love it, Poodle.
I'm sending you that money, but I poured out the banana liqueur. I don't think I can send that through the mail.
Well, here's another example of something that, 60, almost 70 years ago would have been a real big controversy. Peep show magazines.
Peep show. Oh my.
Now, for 1954, when this came out, this was considered softcore pornography.
It's risque.
Today, that is, girls wear stuff like this today. And it's stylish and trendy. Or even this. This is Jane Mansfield again. Her in a bikini.
Well, I do have to say that I can't remember where I was at, but this girl was there wearing an actual black nightie. Wasn't a dress. It was a black nightie that was so short it could have been a belt.
Well, yes.
And I'm like, really? You really think that you look good wearing that? Because it was like, to me, it was very tacky.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I look at something like that and I think, that's stylish today, but there's always a fine line between, something like this today versus what you see the Kardashians wearing.
I mean, I know it's on trend now, but I just feel like some
listen to D on trend
are meant to be left in the bedroom.
Yeah.
D on trend.
Well, I know. I just said that because I saw it in the chat.
No. Yeah, you don't know.
On trend.
Do you know? Okay, wait a minute. Do
Hey,
you
Randy.
know On Fleek? Wait, do you know On Fleek?
No. On Fleek? No.
Yes. What is D? Your eyeglasses are on fleek.
I think that means they're take it from me. I mean, I know some slang of today and some of it I just don't know. But I think it means they're good. They're on point. I like them. They're on point.
Do you guys know On Fleek? Mr. E.I. Page says he needs some private time. Why does he need private time? You're on fleek, D.
Alrighty.
That means on point.
Yeah, you're
on fleek.
You're on point, Miss D. Well, trust me, when I go out, even when I go to the thrift stores or even Walmart of all places, sometimes I see somebody wearing something. Even when we were going to Texas, D, and I was at the airport and I saw somebody wearing something, I'm like,
right.
No.
Right.
Like, absolutely not. I would never walk out of the house looking like that.
Right. I just don't find it appropriate. But
there are some. Trust me. I mean, I understand we've come a long way from this being a controversy, but I honestly wish we could go back to this because this is not. This is very mild compared to what we're seeing a lot of even celebrities wearing today.
Oh my God, yeah.
I mean, look at some of the dresses they're wearing. It's like a cross, but it's just barely covering these.
Right.
And then, you got your butt hanging out of it. And it's like,
right.
What happened to the class?
I think one of the best things about the movie Titanic was the costumes. They were just stunning.
I'm coming right back. I have a photograph I want to show you.
Or you mean like the Great Gatsby kind of a thing? I liked the costumes in that too.
Oh my gosh, they were just beautiful.
Oh, what did I do with it?
It's like anything else, like we wish we could go back to these times because of how things are now. But I mean, go back to Victorian times. Showing even just your shoulders was a controversy.
Right.
Hey, Vin.
You go back to the 20s, they show their legs. That was a big deal.
Hey, Vin.
Yeah.
Yes, Mary Beth. And then, I mean, can you imagine having to wear those corsets? Oh, heck no. Heck no. I'd be like, just let the fat hang out. Because I ain't wearing that thing. Uh-uh.
Speaking. Do I hear a chicken? What did I miss? What's going on?
You gotta read Biderbeck's comment.
What?
I remember 30 years ago, my father was worried there were hookers on his street. I took a look and said, Dad, those are high school girls.
Bix.
Oh my
Hey, Bix.
God. That's hysterical. I mean, horrible, but
Hold on
hysterical at the
hold on for a
same
second.
time.
All right, hold on for a second. Hey, Bix, you and I need to get together and talk because I made a comment and I said, what a shame that Bix Beiderbecke signed a contract with Paul Whiteman because a lot of Paul Whiteman records were square.
So funny.
You took exception to that, and I love it. Bix, have you heard Valencia by Paul Whiteman? That record is so square, you could cut your skin on the corners.
That's good.
Now, I'm geeking out on jazz. No, it's true. Paul Whiteman did a lot for Bix. He drank himself to death. Nobody played cornet. He revolutionized cornet. And I'm not against Paul Whiteman. I really love it when Buzzy's Buzzards, Henry Bussey. Okay, now we're getting too deep into jazz. Bix, you and I need to talk, but let me get rid of that for a minute. Hey, Vinny.
Yeah.
When we were at that flea market,
Mm-hmm.
and I held up that like piece of lace, like a bathing suit, and we didn't know what it was, and that girl said it was to put around a lampshade. Remember that?
Yeah.
I put it in my video. And everybody told me that it was either a late Victorian or an Edwardian collar that could be put on either way on the back. And then the straps, that I had it on backwards. It would go on the back and the straps would go around the front and held in place with a pin or a brooch or something, or it could be worn a different way. I kind of knew that it was not a doily for a lamp, but I didn't say
didn't
anything.
look like a doily. I mean, it was a clever idea, but it didn't.
But I want to show you. This is my great grandmother. She died in 1921. So this picture was taken before 1921. I don't know how much before 1921. And she's wearing a lace collar. I want you to see it. This is my great grandmother. And gosh, I wish you could see it without the glare.
Turn the ring light off.
Can you see?
Yeah, we can see it.
Mm-hmm. So I was right that it was some sort of collar.
So she's got this lace collar on, and she's wearing it around her neck. And there's a pin. You can see there's a pin under her chin that's kind of holding it in place.
Beiderbecke said that he was screaming at you that the collar was backwards.
Well, Bix, I couldn't hear you. I couldn't hear you. But look, she's wearing it. Yeah. So I didn't know that it was a collar, but I know now.
I just find it funny that I actually knew that it was a collar.
What's going on?
highlight Dana's
What?
comment.
Dana who?
Dana Grace, 2010 each.
You keep saying Dana. There is no Dana in front of her
It's
name.
great.
It just
We
says-
know her as Dana. It's Grace 20. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, but
That's
I don't
Dana.
know that.
Well,
So
you do
keep
now.
saying, well, you keep saying Dana, and I'm looking for Dana, and there is no Dana. What does she say?
She said, seriously, all those corsets are insane. The fat has to go somewhere. Let's put on a corset. Our waist is tiny, but we now have mounds of fat under our arms. Attractive, question mark, question mark.
Well, that's why you have a fainting couch.
Yeah, a fainting couch. So the guy I'm with can pass out when he gets me naked and sees what's underneath.
Who said that?
Me.
Oh, let me hold on, everybody. Hush. Okay, I just highlighted somebody.
Oh,
Wait till
hey,
the com-
Dee.
I just put somebody. I just highlighted somebody.
Yes, living the good life.
Hey,
Let
living
me
the
tell you
good life.
something. If you don't watch Living the Good Life, poo, poo, poo on you. Go subscribe. I don't know what she looks like. I don't know what her name is. We've never talked in person. It doesn't matter. This lady knows her porcelain. She's down south. Well, I don't know if she wants me to say that. I discovered her maybe a year and a half ago, and I love her channel. She does like counter thrift hauls. She's not a reseller. She's a collector. And she knows her RS Prussia.
RS Prussia.
She's great with porcelain, and she's lovely. And again, I don't know if I ran into her on the street, I wouldn't know who she is. But she has a lovely channel. She does, she just goes out shopping and there's no face. You people, if you want to do this, you
Nope,
don't
you just
have to
see her hands.
You see her hands. You don't have to show your face. You can have a voice and a channel, and she's got thousands of subscribers. And I just love, huh?
She finds some of the most amazingly beautiful RS
does.
Prussia. Oh my goodness.
She does. And I love her little channel. So you guys go and find her. I watch a whole lot of people.
She said, but I would know you.
Oh,
well, you better come up and speak to me if you see me in a thrift shop.
I should tell you, Scott, today I was in a bit of a dilemma with my phone and everything, but
Why?
I went into one of the thrift shops that's here because it was right around where the phone repair place was.
Yeah.
And remember that one shop that I took you to that supports the military that's here? You vaguely would probably. It's where we found the photo of Alice Faye with.
Yes.
What's funny is I walk into. They had just moved it to a bigger location and much easier to get to.
I remember.
And the girl, I guess the girl who owns it, came up to me and she's like, "Oh, we watch you on YouTube. We were trying to figure out who that actress was in that photo that you bought from us. Probably, I think it was back in August of last year when you were here."
Mm-hmm.
It was so fun because I was like, I can't believe they actually watched me on YouTube. Okay.
It's funny. I know you have to be careful. I mean, I never really do anything wrong, but every once in a while I'll be somewhere and I'll go, oh my gosh, that price is way too high. And then I'll like run into the person who owns the shop and they're like,
Well, I mean, yeah,
I never.
We can't get everything out of an antique store, but it's all in how you approach it. Like if you go in and you're like, oh, that's way too high, blah, blah, blah. Or you just, you say, oh, well, it's a little bit more than I want to spend. But,
well, I like to support, I like to be positive and support. Bix says, okay, no face. I might start a channel.
You should.
I want there to be spinoffs. We could be like, remember, so there was All in the Family. and then the first spinoff was Maude, and then the second spinoff was Good Times. Is that
I
right?
thought it was the Jeffersons.
Yeah,
Maude,
yes,
the
not Maude.
Jeffersons.
Okay, I'm sorry. You're right, Vinny. So it was All in the Family, and then the Jeffersons. Wait a minute.
Yeah, the Jeffersons were their neighbors, All in the Family or something like that.
But there were 2 spinoffs from All in the Family. I know this.
Yeah, it was Maude and the Jeffersons. If it was 2, that's 2.
Yeah, but Good Times was a spinoff from something as well, wasn't it?
I
I
don't
have no
know.
idea. Moving on up.
Somebody asked, no Cheetos today, D?
Huh?
Somebody asked, no Cheetos today? She's got
Anyway,
them.
the point is,
They're empty.
some of you out there should do spinoffs, and we would love it. Or
I'm gonna
why
have
don't
to
you
make
be,
a Cheeto shirt.
hey D and Vinny, wouldn't it be fun if just certain people would just join us at some point? Just anybody who's been watching and we know them in the chat or whatnot. I would love it because you know, I know Vinny, I know D, but I would love to know the people. I'm a people person.
It would be neat.
Vinny, are you like removing lint on camera?
Poodle.
Wait, D,
Sorry,
hold on.
I'm like OCD with
Poodle.
this. I'm sorry.
Poodle
Vinny
should
is
be our
doing-
guest.
Vinny is like removing lint on camera. Vinny,
It's a habit. I'm sorry. I've got cats and I get hair everywhere. Dana says, oh, D and Dana Grace, God help us.
Oh my God, that would be awesome. Dana. That would
Well,
be hilarious.
Cameo
time is it?
appearances by Poodle and Jeffrey Reed.
it would be fun to send out a link to everybody. You know, like the Brady Bunch with all the squares. Wouldn't that be fun to have like a whole bunch of squares?
Get like a Zoom
like
meeting going.
Because it's not just like we know each other, but there are people who chat with each other. While they're
Lilith
watching.
said, if you want to, you can put the link to your StreamYard link in the chat so people can join us.
Should we do that?
I wouldn't know the first thing about how to do that.
I mean, what if they...
Poodle said she needs to dust her Fenton first.
Well, Poodle. I can't tell you when the last time was that I dusted my Fenton.
Jeffrey Reed's got to apply his mortician's wax first.
Oh, Jeffrey, I'm going to be modeling my Wanamaker, Oregon t-shirt very soon. So thank you. And making those cookies, the Florence Harding cookies on my Florence Harding glass. Do you know I have dishes that Florence Harding had in the White
Who
House?
is Florence Harding?
She was Warren Harding's wife.
Oh.
He was busy getting it on with Nan Britton in a closet in the downstairs of the White House. Poor Florence was upstairs having a seance, playing her piano.
How nice. And baking cookies, obviously.
Well, I have her recipe. No, I've got the Florence Harding
I'm sorry,
dishes
Pete.
right over here.
I'm not big on history. I have no clue. History was not my strong suit.
What were your
At
favorite
all.
subjects in school, in high school, in college? What were your favorite subjects? Mine was history.
I loved English,
Me too.
science,
English muffins.
those two.
Yeah.
Yeah, English and science, and I loved spelling.
Oh, I aced English and spelling and all
Spelling.
that stuff and grammar.
I had
Yeah,
a
it was cool.
99. I had a 99 average in spelling.
Me too.
Who likes spelling?
I do. I'm very good at it.
Me too.
I hate spelling.
That's because you weren't good at it.
You don't know.
Spelling and grammar and English were all
Ooh,
subjects I
Lunch and
strived. I
recess.
did so well every year.
what?
Judy Beth said lunch and recess.
I know.
Yeah.
I see that.
History, I had teachers that made me really hate it. So that's
I'm
why
thinking
I
of
like
math.
learning on my own time.
Sonia Heaney would be attractive.
Math
Math,
was my
I could
worst
never wrap
subject.
my head around, and I had teachers who would push and push stuff on me that I just could not grasp, and it just frustrated me to no end. So that's my story with mathematics.
I hated math. It was very hard for me.
I
I can
Conjunction,
remember.
what's your
I can remember my dad. He brought this chalkboard home because he worked for the Board of Education, the school, and he brought this chalkboard home, and he would sit with me on the chalkboard trying to teach me how to do these math problems, and he would get so frustrated with me.
basic
Oh,
math is okay, but once you get into like algebra and all this other stuff that
oh,
your average person is not going to need in their lifetime, it's like,
exactly,
what?
exactly.
Why do I need to learn this crap? Show
I
me how to
have
balance a
never in
checkbook.
my
Show me how to
life
do
had to do algebra
right.
ever.
Unless you're like a physicist or something,
Yeah.
or a chemist or something along those lines.
I hated multiplication. I remember I could not remember my multiplication tables. And my
I was
father,
good at those.
it was either my father or my mother. I don't know which one. They went out and they bought these great big oak tag. We used to call it oak tag. Remember that oak tag? Like poster board things in the summer. And I had to take some big old fat magic marker and write out all the multiplication tables on these great big massive pieces of oak tag and just sit there and like memorize. I hated it.
You know, one good benefit about working
Like geometry,
in
I don't
retail
like
is I can do cash. I'm very good with years. Like you tell me when someone was born and what year they died, I can tell you how old they were when they died. I'm good with percentages because, shopping at the antique malls, you know how much you're going to get off of an item if a booth's on
Yeah,
sale.
Vinny's good at that. Vinny's
Or,
very good.
like with money, like somebody tells me, or I tell somebody, oh, your total is $28.59 with tax. I can tell you that your change, like off the bat, is $1.41.
Yeah, Vinny's good at that.
But give me algebra and geometry and pre-calculus and calculus, forget about it. I would rather.
See, I did good with the basic math.
Oh,
Addition,
yeah.
subtraction, multiplication,
Division was tricky.
division.
I need a
I can
calculator for that.
remember when we were learning the subtraction and you had to borrow from here and carry over.
Yep.
That when I forgot what grade I was in, first grade or second grade, I don't remember. And my father was trying to teach me how to do this borrowing stuff. And I just wasn't getting it for some reason. And he was like, he was ready to like stab himself in the eye with the chalk.
You guys, this has stuck with me. I was in first grade in 2001, 2002, so over 20 years. But I remember my teacher at the time would teach us, like, when you're adding stuff, like, do the little dots, like 7 plus 2. If you're going to add the 7 to the 2, just touch two parts of the number 2, so 8, 9, or like 8 and 7, which is 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12,
7
13,
is
14, 15.
15, Vinny.
Did I say 16? I meant 15.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like you would find certain points of the number and just tap it however many times that number equal to. It was, and I still do that to this day when I'm doing math.
Yeah.
Yep, the dot. KP remembers that, and I've stuck with that my entire life, and it's very helpful.
I still have stories that I wrote in school that we had to write, for English class. I still have a couple stories that I wrote, put away downstairs in the basement.
I saved some of I remember for senior year, we had to do like a booklet and pick some of our best essays and things that we wrote throughout our high school days.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of like prepare it as like a little portfolio for college. And I still have that downstairs with some of my best work because I'm so proud of it.
So Dee and I are very close in age. We're only a couple years apart. So, but we're much older than Vinny. Like
Not by much.
Vinny,
Not
I'm
by
your
much?
father's. Vinny, I am the same age as your father.
You're
Right.
young enough to be my father.
Very scary, but yes.
I was trying to make it sound better. Come on now.
So Dee and I are the same age as your parents.
Right.
No big deal, but
of course I don't act it, but whatever.
Hey, that keeps you young.
Right.
Never took the SATs. They took me out of it, thank goodness. Anywho, what were you saying?
They took you out of what?
I never took the SAT or the ACT in school. I didn't have to do it.
Oh, I took all of them.
Thank goodness I didn't have to.
SATs, Saturday afternoon test.
Right. Scary fact, though, I'll be 28 in less than a month now.
I actually did better on the MAT than the GRE. The MAT, the GRE, well, it just depends on how your brain is wired. I was good with analogies, salt, pepper, hot, cold.
Yeah.
So I did better. I did much better on the MAT than I did the GRE. But there's right brain and left brain, and so sometimes right-brained people and left-brained people, they can get together, but they have to, first of all, they have to appreciate that each one is different and each one is of equal value. But you've got to understand, I guess it's opposites, fast, slow. I don't know.
30th of next month, Mickey.
What?
She asked when my birthday
Vinny's
was.
birthday, April 30th?
Yep.
28. I gotta write that down. I know I have it written down somewhere, but.
How old will you be, Vinny?
28.
Oh my word. 28.
Jessica is going to be
Vinny,
30.
Stop.
Vinny, I've got
11th.
underwear. I've got underwear older than you.
I bet you do.
And hats.
Be quiet, D.
Yeah, and hats, exactly.
I am proud to say that I have clothing that I have had since 1984.
You know what,
9
Scott?
years before me.
I have a Nike sweatshirt that I got in, I want to say, the beginning of the 80s. And it still looks fantastic. And I still wear it.
It's probably because it was made better than the Nike made today.
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
No, Gerald, you're not.
No, Jeffrey, that thing wouldn't fit me in a million years. Oh, I'm trying to hang my calendar back up here.
What did Jeffrey want to know? What you can fit into?
He said I still
Training
have
bra.
my first training bra.
I don't. Okay, may I ask a question?
Who, me? Of me?
No, may I ask a question?
Oh, go ahead.
Shoot.
Okay. I have
95's out of care.
Okay, I have no sisters. My father was an only child. I don't know a whole lot about girl things. When you say training bra, how does it train? I don't
know why they call it a training bra.
So the things, wait a minute. The things that go in the bra, do they need to be trained? I don't understand.
I think
How do you train it to do what? What are you training it to do?
I don't know why they call it a training bra. All it is your very first bra when you first start to develop. That's all it is.
Yeah.
I don't, it's not like when you have training wheels on a bike.
That's what I'm saying. I don't understand.
No,
I think
Train it to do what? What?
It's a way to get girls comfortable with wearing them because that's a part of a woman's life. That's what it is.
Right. Training a girl to put up with the uncomfort.
Very true.
Yeah, but wait a minute. Hold on though. But us boys don't have training underwear.
Well, we don't really need it.
Well, but wait a minute. Hold on. You said a girl needs training to get used to. Don't us boys need something to train us to get used to?
To what? Wearing underwear?
Right.
I don't know. I don't know. And
I mean,
this is
it's
getting
a
very
different
inappropriate.
Different part of development.
No.
It's called a jock strap.
Yeah. I mean, it's more that when it's more.
I don't get it.
I'm trying to think of the right word to use to describe it. It's more for girls. It's, I guess you could say, it's something that stands out regardless what you do. Whereas for guys, it's kind of hidden, if you get what I'm trying to say, and it's not something that necessarily needs to be. Is everyone picking up what I'm trying to say?
No.
I know you don't, but hopefully somebody in the chat is trying to understand what I'm saying.
Well,
exactly. Everybody wears underwear regardless.
Well, no, not everyone.
Well, you know. It looks like Lori understands either she understands what I'm saying or
Scott, why are you blushing? Are you a non-underwear wearing guy?
Because he's embarrassed he had to ask what a training bra was.
No, that's oh, I just never mind. I'm just gonna be quiet.
yeah, someone needs to introduce a new topic.
Janice Jones gets exactly what I'm saying.
No, someone needs to introduce a new topic. That's what I think. I'm going to introduce a new topic. Let me see. What have I got? Oh, I know what I've got. Hold on.
Deborah Cabasa Home Living says my rib cage hurts from laughing so much.
What? Okay, you want to see something really cool? Yes or no? You didn't answer.
Mary Royer, that's exactly it. Read her comment.
What?
I just had a vision when I read Mary Royer's comment.
What does it say?
We had a resident at the nursing home I used to work at. She had watermelon-sized breasts.
Oh God.
And you
Watermelon.
know, when the ladies get older, they just let the girls hang out. And those girls were hanging down to her knees. She could have tucked them in her pants. That's how far down they were hanging.
Well, as you get older, everything goes down south.
Sure does. Sure does. Yep. Don't anybody in the chat bring up the fried
Ooh.
eggs, okay?
Ooh, fa. Hello. Hello, lady. How you doing?
Hey, how you doing?
And it's not a flower frog.
Nope.
I love her.
Shall I turn her around? You want to see her backside?
Sure. It's only glass.
Butt crack.
They gave her a crack. Well, I love her.
Now, this is hollow here. This does sit down inside of the center of a bowl, but she's not a frog.
Which is interesting.
I know. So look at the back. She is made in. Can you see it?
No.
I can't see
England.
where it's made. Oh, in England.
Yeah.
England.
She's made
Okay.
in England. And hey, D. And Vinny, guess where I found her?
You find her in a thrift
Goodwill?
shop?
What the hell's the name of that place?
Second Avenue Thrift?
Yes. The one that I took you guys to every morning.
Yeah, we never
One-
found nothing like that.
That's where I found her.
That's incredible.
She is beautiful.
She's safer with me, Tammy. She'd be very
Huh?
safe here.
Who, me? Who would be safe?
The lady Scott's holding.
Oh.
What about the training bra? No. Yeah, she's uranium. She'll glow. I love her. She's been in my cat.
Her at a Second Avenue.
Did you see that, Scott? Google says a training bra was for girls who didn't fit into the cups of a standard size bra.
Okay.
That's why I don't know, but still I don't get for training.
Now, was this just sitting on the shelf, or was that behind the cases where they put all the stuff?
It was on the shelf. Now, someone just said, how tall is she? She is, my father taught me, and you all should do this. I want everybody to do this, and you can thank my father.
There's a good book called Baba Boom Kitschy Cat.
Spread your thumb and this finger here, whatever that is, as far as it will go. Pinky, and then measure it. When I spread this as far as I can go and I measure it, it's 9 inches. You will always have a ruler with you for the rest of your life.
Mine is 7.5 inches.
Somebody said, how tall is this? I don't have a ruler, but if I do this, that spread, look at that. She's 9 inches tall. You will always have a permanent ruler. My father taught me that. So she's 9 inches tall. No chips, no cracks. Lovely. And I'm not selling her.
Don't sell her. She's cool.
I'm not. I love her.
So, here it is. Here's the book.
7.5.
What's that?
Va-va-voom.
Va-va-voom, a book of pinups from turn of the century up through the 70s.
Oh, sweet.
So many folks are in here too. Oh,
So I'm
forgot
going to
she-
put her back in the cabinet. Ugh. I love this thing. And then I have 2 of these.
oh, I like those.
I know. I've got 2 of them.
Painted hot metal or ceramic?
Ceramic.
Hey,
See?
Mark.
Mark from England?
Mark Wenko.
See?
Well, now I have something I can carry with me for the rest of my life. That finger trick.
That's right. You measure it, you'll always have a ruler.
Unless the distance between your pinky and your thumb is shorter than 9 inches.
Well, mine is. It's only 7.5 inches.
Well, then you'll have a 7.5 inch ruler with you everywhere you go.
Right.
Now, I still do not know who made this, and I had been trying for about a little bit less than a year to try to figure out who made this. There's no mark on it, and I have absolutely no clue. So I need some. Does anybody know? I cannot. I'm going to hold it up.
Wow.
Let me turn it. Look, I have to back up. I have
That's awesome.
It's a vase or a, there's nothing on the bottom. And it's clearly that circa 1930. Does anyone have any idea who might have made this?
Couldn't tell you.
I don't know.
It's really cool, though.
Yeah, it's very well done. There's no crazing, no chips, no cracks. It's lovely. And there's absolutely no mark on it.
You know what would look good with that? A black pedestal.
Yeah, Bix says European. Bix, I'm with you. I think it's European as well. I really do. I don't get an American feel on it. Spode, yeah, I don't know. The bottom of it has no glaze. I wish I knew. Look at the bottom. There's no glaze on it. It's very shiny. The glaze on the front. The relief is pretty thick. Pretty well, very well done. I just love this thing, and it's I'm going to say Art Deco. It's got to be the 30s.
I love stuff like that.
But I don't know who the maker is.
It's like that. Well, the lamp that I bought when we were in Texas is from the 80s, but it still has a deco feel to it. Kind of like that same style.
See? German. Mark, it could be. I'm with you on that. It could be German.
Gerald Bull says Minton.
Minton was English, right?
Yeah.
Minton
English.
is English.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Periwinkle in color. So let me see. Minton, I don't know.
Minton I had a Demitas cup that was made by Minton.
So it could be German. Yeah, on a black pedestal. I know. I should put this on a black pedestal. A black glass. You got that right. I just wish I knew who I could identify it. Haven't been able to.
Did you try a Google Lens search?
No, I did not. It's not glass. It's ceramic, Patty.
You might be able to get some kind of an idea. Somebody out there's got to have another one. They have to.
Yeah, it's ceramic, not glass. Yeah. Bix says he thinks German as well. I can't argue with that. It could be German. I would not necessarily argue with that. Yeah. I don't know of any American maker. Anyway, so I just don't know. It's a mystery to me. So it's going to go back on the shelf.
It's still a cool piece, regardless if you know who it's made by or not.
Now,
You're probably right, Attic Fair.
this piece is American. And let's see if you can tell me who made this. And Vinny, you were with me when I bought this. Can anyone identify that? Now, I know who made this.
I was with you when you bought that?
Yes, you were, young man. I know the maker.
Oh.
Can anyone tell? I know what it is. Let me pull my chair up.
Let me see the
You
bottom
would-
again.
I'm not going to show you the bottom. Well, I guess I can. You know, there's nothing on it.
Oh, okay. I'm
Let's see
trying
if
to
anybody-
remember. You did tell me.
Okay, Gerald got it. It's McCoy. It's called Color Craft. This is a piece of McCoy.
That's pretty.
I like
And
the color.
No, yeah, it's McCoy. McCoy had a line called Color Craft. Color spelled with a K. Color Craft. And that's it. And it's McCoy every day, all day long. Yeah. Now, the reason why, and you know what? This sells for, I forget, well over $100. But the reason why I got it so cheaply, it was in the antique store and they were selling it for $15. It's not cracked. Do you know why they had it marked as damaged? Now I
the
studied
glaze
it.
flaw?
It's called a glaze skip. Now,
Yep, not a flaw.
how do you know the difference between a glaze skip and a chip? A chip will be rough around the edges where it's chipped. A glaze skip is going to be rounded. Think about, like glaze that sort of bubbles down. It's going to round itself off. You feel it more than you see it. So when I show it to you, it might look like a chip. But when you feel it and look at it closely in person, it's clearly a glaze skip. And that's down here at the bottom on the back side. Turn it around. Okay.
Yeah, that's not damage.
So right down here at the bottom, they said it was chipped. But when I feel this is rounded and it's smooth and it's very shiny. And I can see with my eyes that this is simply what's called a glaze skip. So the glaze did not cover all the way. And when you look at it really closely in person, you can see it. Now, it's still an imperfection, that little glaze skip at the very, very bottom. However, they only wanted $15. And this is a great Art Deco piece of early McCoy, and it's called a Color Craft. And I was thrilled to get it. Yep.
It's a nice shade of blue.
I love it. Now, do you guys want to show something?
Dee hasn't really
Or-
shown anything. So we should let
She
her if
has-
she has something.
I don't have anything in here.
I mean, I could show the two figural deco pieces that I'm sure people are probably sick of seeing, but I'll show them again. I have to get up to get them.
Well, go get them.
They're literally right here.
Oh, I know what
Right.
I can show.
You're right, Bix. You can see, yep, when you look at it,
Oh.
You
Show
can
and
see
tell
how the-
big time here.
Bix is right. The glaze collected at the very top. Right there. It's absolutely a skip and not a chip. So I was thrilled to get that. Is Vinny?
let Dee go because we've shared a lot. She hasn't shown anything.
Well, she's not doing anything.
Oh, I thought
No,
she was.
I got something.
Okay.
Okay, let me make you big. Oh, I don't want to be big.
That's not what he
How
said.
do I make D big?
There you
There
go.
she is. Go, girl.
All right, this I
Ooh.
got at an estate sale, and it's
Ooh.
it is stunning.
I'm stunned.
Moriage.
That's beautiful, D.
No markings. So, a few of my subscriber friends said that they thought it was Satsuma,
Mm-hmm.
and that they thought it was
Wow.
probably worth a little bit of money.
Ooh, I gotta smooth that.
So I contacted George. First time I've ever contacted George to ask him about something. And I asked him, would it be okay with you if I sent you some pictures of something? I said, I need your expertise. And he said, absolutely. So I emailed him some pictures of this. And he said, it's definitely Satsuma. And he said it was from the early 1900s,
Yeah.
probably like 1910.
Mm-hmm.
And he said it's probably worth anywhere between $60 to $100.
That's awesome.
But I was very grateful that he was able to, verify that it, what it is and when it was manufactured. It's beautiful. It's really, really pretty. So yeah, that's my show and tell.
Antique Nomad Sharon. He's on YouTube and on Instagram.
Yes. Thank you, Misty. So that is beautiful. Yeah, because somebody contacted me and was interested in purchasing it, but I said I have to check into this because I said I really wouldn't know where to even begin with a price. So
Someone asked about head vases. You have any head vases near you?
they're in the living room. They're in the living room. I have some amazing head vases. He really is very gracious. I just, I feel like, geez, I don't want to bother this guy, I mean, but I everybody said, oh, he'll just ask him. So I did. And he was very, very, very gracious. And he said, I'm glad I was able to help, any EAPG for tomorrow? Possibly. Maybe one or two items. Funky monkey.
Well, boys and girls, it is
Time for
10
bed.
minutes to midnight.
Holy moly.
It's very rare that I'm up until midnight unless it's New Year's Eve.
I don't have any chips on.
Email
But
me some
I want
pictures,
to-
Jeffrey.
Huh?
Jeffrey wanted to show me his head vase collection. I told him to email me some pictures. I would love to see them.
I'm so glad that Vinny and Dee could join me tonight. And I'm so glad that all of you could join us tonight because you are the star of the show. You made it fun. It was enjoyable to highlight different comments and see what you have to say and, listen to us So thank you, everyone. It was kind of fun hanging out. Just not selling anything, but just, we're not doing anything. It's a Friday night. We're all sitting here doing nothing. But it was fun to do nothing with you. So thanks for joining us, everyone.
Yes, thank you very much.
So now, don't forget, tomorrow is Saturday. Join Dee at 3 o'clock for a live sale.
3 o'clock?
Join Vinny at 6 o'clock
6
for a
p.m.
live sale.
Eastern.
And join me Monday night at 8 o'clock for a live sale. And hopefully I'll have a video up to show you what I'm going to sell. I've been working out on my porch, and I've got an updated video hopefully tomorrow to show you about what I'm doing out on the front porch. Thanks, everyone. So we're going to say good night. Everyone say good night to everyone. Sleep well. Have a good night. Have a wonderful weekend.
Good night, everybody.
Thanks for hanging out with us.
Good night, everyone.
We appreciate it.
See you mañana.
See you tomorrow.
Toodles. Toodle oodle noodle.
Toodles.
Toodaloo.
Wait, Vinny. What have you got, Vinny?
What, this?
I see what you've
Everyone's
got.
seen this a million times. I
You're
thought they'd be
showing
sick
off.
of it.
No, go ahead. Show off before we hang up. I
What,
see
the
what you have.
The McKee dancing
Mhm.
nymph vase.
Oh, yes.
He's flaunting it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
$35 antique store find.
Wonderful. I love it.
That is beautiful.
Ooh, this doesn't have a chip on it, does it? Nope. And then this. Y'all have seen this too, and are probably sick of seeing it. The Phoenix Glass Lady trinket box. Powder box.
Look at Scott. He's like, shut up, Vinny.
Yeah, those sit on a cubicle bookshelf in my room, and I get to look at them every day. I love them.
Oh,
That's what your
nice try, Dana Grace, but he's not selling them.
Good night. Good night. Sleep tight. Bye,
Don't
everyone.
let the bed bugs bite.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Vinny. Bye, Dee.
Bye.
Bye, everybody. Good night.